Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 3 for the class 11 computer science subject. We have already covered the two practicals in this series. If you didn't watch, I recommend you to go and watch these two practicals. I have already created a playlist for class 11 computer science practicals on my channel. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the problem, that is you will be given three numbers and your task is to find the largest number among them or the smallest number among them. Okay, so as usual our flow of the lecture will be, I will discuss the problem statement in detail first, then I will discuss the steps to solve the problem, then I will write the Python code, then at the end, at the last of the video, I will run the code in Python editor, in Spider editor. Spider, that is the editor I am using for Python language. You may use any editor like ideally Jupyter or Sublime, any if you have on your computer, you may use anything. So let's get started. So first thing is problem. Given three numbers, find out the largest number among them and smallest number among them. Okay, so this is the problem. So first I will give you brief discussion what is actually asked. Let's suppose these are three numbers are given. Let's suppose A is having the value 5, B is having the value 10 and C is having the value 8. Now you are supposed to write a code in such a way that, or you can say this is number 1, this is number 2 and this is number 3. Okay, so what is supposed, you are supposed to tell the maximum, which is maximum among them. You can see 5, 10 and 8, you can see and guess or tell maximum is 10. And what is the minimum? 5, 10, 8, what is minimum? Minimum is 5. So you can very easily, by looking at the number, you can tell what is maximum and what is minimum. But how the computer program will tell what is the maximum among them and what is the minimum among them? For that purpose, what actually computer wants to do? Computer wants to do some comparisons. Computer needs to do some comparisons, not want. Okay, computer needs to do some comparisons between numbers, and then it will say which is maximum, and which is minimum. Okay, so what is the comparison? Let's suppose in these three numbers, how you are calculating the minimum, or maximum among these numbers. You suppose that this is the number 1 n1, this is the number 2 n2 and this is the number 3 n3. Okay, what you will do, like in my previous video I have compared two numbers, so you should know what are the relational operators before starting this, what is relational operators? We are having greater than equals to, less than equals to, greater than, less than, and double equals to, and not equals to. You should know these operators meaning, how they work, otherwise you will not be able to understand it. Greater than equals to operator you to check whether a number returns true when the left side number is greater than the right side number. Let's suppose you are giving example, some 5 is greater than equals to true. It will return true if right side, left side number is greater than right side number. This I think you have already done in this chapter operators, while you have covered in theory classes, so you should know this, otherwise it will be difficult. And it will return false if, when it will return false, 2 is greater than equals to 5. In this case it will return false. It will return false if left side number is less than right side number. See here, left side number is 2, right side number is 5. That's why it returned false. Same way greater than works, same way less than works. So greater than and equals also, and equals, and not equals. Okay, so this is how it will work. For greater than and less than, similarly you can build the logic, because I am not covering operators here, otherwise it will be a very long video. Okay, so you should understand what I am trying to say you. I am just roughing this, so I am just giving the idea so that you can understand how operator actually work. Now you know the greater than and less than operator mostly we will use in this video for the purpose of the comparison. Okay, now I am going to tell you the logic. What is the logic? Let's suppose how I am calculating the number. Let's suppose number 1, if number 1 is greater than number 2, and if number 1 is greater than number 3, if in this case number 1 will be greatest or largest, you can say. How you say? If number 1, let's suppose this list is given like this: 10, 8, 5, we have n1 10, n2 8, and n3 5. Then if number 1, let's suppose 10 is greater than 8, and 10 is greater than number 3 5 also, then this will return true, this will also return true. And operator you should know this relational operators, and this is also a operator, and operator and or operator you should know. And returns true if left hand side and right hand side both are true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And similarly, or it will return false only if both sides of the operator, left side and right side, have the false value. Okay, so I'm not going to cover these in detail here. I have just given the idea so that you can understand what is the meaning of the and. True and true will return true, and that's why this will say number 1 will be the greatest number. Okay, this is the logical explanation. It will be helpful when we will write this into if condition. Okay, Now let's suppose what case n2 will become the maximum. Let's suppose this case is written like here 10, 8 and 5. Now n2 is maximum. How we will handle this condition? If n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3 also. Let's suppose here n2 is what? 10, 10 is greater than 8 and 10 is greater than 5. In this case also it will return true, and we will say n2 is the n2 will be the greatest or largest. This is how you will do. Okay. Otherwise, let's suppose n1 is also not greater than n2 and n1 is not greater than n3, and if n2 is also not greater than n1 and n3, then definitely n3 will be the greatest number. Okay, so this is how we will build our logic. Let me write down some flow chart and if else condition so that you can get the clear idea. I am just deleting this whole stuff and I am building like this. Let's suppose n1, n2 and n3 are the three numbers given by the user. Now we will use the if condition. If n1 is greater than n2 and n1 is greater than n3, that means what? n1 is the greatest number. If let's suppose the upper case was not true, then what we will do? We will compare n2. Let's suppose n1 is not the greatest number, then what might be possible? n2 might be the greatest number. So we will check n2. If n2 is greater than n1 and n3 is greater than n2, then what we will say? We will say n2 is the greatest number. Otherwise, if n1 is if this condition is false, that means n1 is not the greatest number. Now we will come here and check, might be n2 might be the greatest number. If n1, if we are coming here, that means n1 is not the greatest number. If we are coming here, that means if you are coming here, that means n1 is not greatest, because if n1 will be the greatest, then it might have true and this will never come here. If n1 is not greatest, then only we will come here. Now we will check whether n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3. If both the condition true, then we will say n2 is the greatest. Here we will say n1 is the greatest. Here we will say n2 is the greatest. Okay, now come to this point. Else, if we are coming here, that means n1 n2 is also not greatest. How can I say? Because n1 is not greatest if you are coming here. Okay, and if you are coming in this part, else part, that means our n1 is not greatest, also n2 is not greatest. That means n3 is the greatest. That simply means n3 is the greatest number. So this is how this logic will work. Okay. Similarly, for smallest number, you can execute same kind of thing. Let's suppose for smallest, I am writing some. Let me take some different pen. Let me take this brand gel. Let's suppose same number n1, n2, n3, and we want to calculate minimum or smallest. If n1 is less than n2 and n1 is less than n3, that means what I can say, n1 is the smallest. If n1 is not smallest, then we will check whether n2 is the smallest. If n2 is less than n1 and n2 is less than n3, that means n2 is the smallest. If this is the not case, that means what? That means n3 is the smallest, because in this case n1 is the smallest, in this case n2 is the smallest, in this case n3 is smallest. This is how we will, if n1 is the smallest, then this condition will true and we will go there. If we are coming this else if, that means n1 is not smallest, n1 is not smallest. If you are coming in this else block, that means n1 is not smallest. Now we will check whether n2 is smallest. If n2 is smallest, then we will go here. If we are going down this else part, that means n2 is also not smallest, also not smallest. Okay, if n2 n1 we are coming here, that means n1 is not smallest. If we are coming there, n2 is not smallest, then what? n3 is the smallest. Okay, so this is how you need to build two functions. One will find the maximum and another will find the minimum. We will write those two functions. You should know how to write the functions in the Python, then it will be very easy for you to write this program. Okay, now let me test this condition with some input values. Okay, we will give some input and try to test. Let's suppose a user given n1 as 3, n2 as 8 and n3 as, let's suppose 10. Let's suppose this is the value that a user given. Now let me I know 10 is the greatest, but let me try to execute this if else statement and what this if else statement is saying. Let me, n1 is what? n1 is here 3, n2 is what? 8, 3 is greater than 8 and n1 is what? 3, 3 is greater than, n3 is what? 10. This is also false, this is false and this is also false. Then because 3 is greater than 10, no, 3 is not greater than 10, that's why it is false. 3 is greater than 8, no, 3 is not greater than 8, that means this is false. That means this, whatever written in this if statement will not execute. We will go to else condition. Else condition we will go and check whether n2 is greater or not. Let's suppose n2 is what? 8, 8 is greater than 3 and n3 is what? 10, 10 is greater than, 10 is greater than what? Oh sorry, here the condition is wrong actually. This condition is wrong, please correct this. Sorry, this condition need not to be like this, this should be like that. Okay, right. n2 is greater than n3. Okay, that's why it was wrong. I am again picking up my color, green color. Now let me, n2 is what? 8, n2 is what? 8, 8 is greater than, n3 is what? 10. 8 is greater than 3, this is true. This is true, but 8 is greater than 10, this is false. And in case of AND operator, if any one value either on left side or right side is false, then whole result will become false. That means n2 is also not greatest. Now we are jumping to this part, and whatever is written between else and else is not executed because this condition is not true. Now we go to else, that means n3 is the greatest, that means n3 is what? 10, 10 is the greatest. So this is working for maximum number. Let me try with the minimum number. Now what we are having in the n1, n1 is having 3, 3 is less than, n2 is what? 8 and 3 is less than, n3 is what? 10. This is also true, this is also true, both are true, then AND condition will return true, and whatever written between the in this if statement will execute and will say n1 is the smallest number. We see n1 is 3, 3 is the smallest number. That's how it is working. Let me take the another input set for simplest. Let me write down this is the maximum. N2 is, let's suppose, having 8, and N3 is, let's suppose, having 3. Let's suppose reverse the input so that we go up to down. Now let's suppose, now in this case N1 is become 10. So 10 is, we will, I need to rough, let me rough this. Okay, yes. Now we will see 10. 10 is less than 8 and 10 is less than 3. This is also false and this is also false. So this whole thing will become false and we will moving to else if condition. Now we will check N2 is what? N2 is 8. 8 is less than 3 and 8 is less than, oh sorry, 8 is less than 10 and 8 is less than 3. This is true but this is false. If this is false, then whole condition will become false and we will jump to else statement. If n1 is not smallest, n2 is not smallest, other number is remaining, that is n3, so this will be the smallest. So 3 is the smallest. So we have tried both way, both the inputs we have tried, worst case and best case. Now we will build the program and see it on the editor. Okay, now we will write the steps. First step is to take the three inputs, three numbers as input from user. Then in second step you will compare the three numbers to find maximum and minimum among them using if else comparisons. I have already shown what kind of comparisons we need to write. In the third case we will print the maximum and minimum number. So very simple, I will write two functions, def to calculate the largest, I will give two inputs, three inputs, n1, n2, n3, and we will do comparison here. If n1 is greater than n2 and n is greater than n3, then we will say n1 is greatest, if n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3, then we will say n2 is greatest, otherwise what will happen? Otherwise n3 will be the greatest. We will write the logic in next page. We will write similarly for smallest. What need to do? We will take three inputs, n1, n2, n3, and then we will do same thing as we have done for this. n1 is less than n2 and n1 is less than n3. Then we will say n1 is smallest, if n2 is less than n1 and n2 is less than n3, then we will say n2 is smallest. There might be multiple solution to this problem. You might have come up with different solution, then it's good, you may try your solution also. I am explaining, this is the simplest way. Okay, now we will go ahead and write the program. Okay, here we will write our program. First we will take the 3 inputs as input. So I am taking n1 integer input, enter the number 1. I am taking the number 1 as input. Now I will take the number 2 input, integer input, enter the number 2. Now we will take third number input, integer input, enter the number 3. Okay, now we will call two functions for maximum max number. I will call a function, let's suppose largest, and we will pass this n1, n2 and n3. And for minimum I will call some function smallest, n1, n2, n3, and then we will print here, print maximum age. We will come print max num and print minimum age. We will print minimum number. So this is all. Now we will write the two definitions. Two definitions I will write. I have already written in the last slide. Let me write again here. Largest n1, n2, n3. You will simply write if n1 is greater than n2 and n1 is greater than n3, then return n1, elif, don't forget colon, n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3, then return n2, because n2 will be the maximum, and otherwise return n3. Okay, similar way I am writing here, due to space not available, I am writing here another function. Let me use some different color. Definition smallest, you will write n1, n2, n3. You will say if n1 is less than n2 and n1 is less than n3, then we will return n1. Don't forget colon, I generally forget. If n2 is less than n1 and n2 is less than n3, then we will return n2 as minimum. Okay, and otherwise we will directly return m3, because if I have already explained, if these two cases are not true, then this will be the case. Okay, I already given the input and tested in the previous slide. Let me try to go to the editor and we will see by executing this. Here we have the editor. Now let me type this code. So first we will take 3 inputs, n1 equals to integer input, enter number 1. Same way we will take 2 more numbers. I am changing the variable name, number 2, number 3. Now we will create some variable. Let's suppose maximum number, that is, let's call me largest. I will create this function n1 comma n2 comma n3. Then we will create min underscore number, and we will find smallest, and we will again pass n1 comma n2 comma n3. You should know how to write the functions. Print maximum number is what? Max underscore num, because this function will return the maximum number to us. Print minimum number. Minimum number is what? Min underscore num. Okay, now we will write each definition. Def largest, I will take 3 inputs, n1 comma n2 comma n3. You might have any different name also. If n1 is greater than n2 and n1 is greater than n3, that means return n1. If n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3, that means return n2, otherwise return n3. Okay, as simple it is. Now we will write another function for calculating the smallest, and we will take 3 inputs, n1 comma n2 comma n3, and here again we will do if n1 is less than n2 and n1 is less than n3, then we will say return n1. If n2 is less than n1 and n2 is less than n3, then we will return n2, else we will return n3 as a minimum. Okay, so this is the code. Now let me go and run this. You know, this is known as the function calling. Here we are calling these function, and after calling these function, the n1, n2, n3 directly will come from here, whatever the user entered. So this is passed from this function largest. These are the values passed, so these values copied there, and then we will calculate, we will execute these if else conditions, and then this will return some value. This returned value will come in this variable maximum and minimum, and then we are just printing out. Okay, so let me do the testing by running this. I am running this. Let's suppose I am entering 1 2 3, which is the maximum. 3 is maximum, minimum is 1. 3 is maximum, minimum is 1. Okay, now let me try it with some different input. Let me give 3 2 1. It is working. Maximum is 3, minimum is 1. Let's try to give some different bigger input. 100 150 120. 150 is maximum, 100 is minimum. So it is working for all the set of inputs. I already explained the logic. If you want this code, you can pause this video and note it down. I am just scrolling so that it can fit into one window. This is the smallest function. This is taking input, then we are calculating sum. We are calling those functions, returning the values, and then we are simply printing. Okay, so that's all in this video, and thank you. Practice in any of the Python editor. See you in the next video.